Hey guys, it's Nicole. So, I know y'all are probably wondering where I've been, and I haven't been on YouTube in a while making videos, but it's because I've been so busy, you guys, with just life, getting ready for vacation, and I've also been spending a lot of time in our medically assisted treatment support group on Facebook. Um, we are doing step studies. We are doing questions like to help with the with figuring out why we want to change and what we want to do in our recovery. I have like 15 questions that we've all been answering together, and it's just like really making us think. Like why am I not changing these things? What am I going to, how is it going to affect me if I don't make the change to get sober and change my life? And then we answer the questions together and talk about that. And then this evening we did bedtime blessings and talked about how nothing in life happens by coincidence, and that we manifest things that happen in our life like by practicing positivity. And if you are always negative and practicing negative things, then you'll manifest those things in your life. And it's true. Like when I wake up in the morning, I always try to thank my higher power for waking me up and helping me stay sober the day before. And then I ask him to guide me and direct my will for that day. And I always try to start out my day by either, doing something for my son and cooking for him, or helping someone else. Because when I'm struggling or I'm feeling down or I'm feeling like some type of way, helping someone else and getting out of my own selfish mind and getting out of my own self-seekingness helps me to not be upset, not be depressed, or not have a bad day. And it's true, you guys. Like if you're ever struggling with negative thoughts or feeling like just self-defeated and talking down on yourself, if you will go and do something for someone else, like cook dinner for your family or make something for your kids, or go help another addict or alcoholic, or get on the phone with your mom or dad and have a conversation with them, it just really helps a lot. And so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, but I always will come back over here to keep you guys updated and post, videos to let y'all know my progress and how I'm doing. But so far, so good. We're just, I'm working with two girls right now, and they're helping me, and I'm helping them. Learning about energy and manifestation and personally climbing out. It is still so good to help others. Yeah, it does. And listen, I didn't think that it was true. Like, I was like, oh gosh, that's that hippy dippy stuff. You know what I mean? But it has helped me so much, because what I used to do when I was in my addiction is I would be depressed and I would be sad because I was using, because I knew I shouldn't be. So I would sit there and I would talk to myself and downgrade myself and tell myself how stupid I was. How could I be doing this again? I said I wasn't going to do this anymore, and I would just beat myself up. And so what I would do is I would just lay in bed, and the anxiety and depression would set in, and I wouldn't want to get out of bed for days and days. And I used to think it was just because I was on drugs, and that was half of it, but it was also because of the way I would talk to myself inside my mind. Like my inner dialogue with myself was horrible. Like I would treat myself worse than I would treat a person. And that's the thing, like when we get into recovery, we have to learn how to love ourselves and treat ourselves good. And before we can even help anybody else or treat anybody else good, I had to learn how to treat myself good. And I'm still working on that today. Like I'm still learning how to love myself and treat myself with love and respect and set healthy boundaries and be assertive. And I might love myself a little bit too much in some areas where, like, well, you could say I like to eat and I love myself in that way too much and I feed my ass too much. But that's one of those coping skills that I have to learn how to change, because when I got sober, I started learning that I could cope by eating. and that's not good. So now what I'm doing is practicing talking and sharing my experience, and asking other people how they stay on top of things, and talking back and forth with people, because talk therapy and like talking with my therapist and talking with my husband and talking with my friends when I'm having a hard time, that helps me a lot, a lot. And but I didn't used to like talk about how I felt inside for real. Like I was real surface. I would just talk about things that were like not not really the real things that were going on. And now, like, you're going to know when I'm struggling, because I'm going to say, I'm struggling, or I'm feeling really depressed, or I feel insecure about my body. And that's a lot of times when I'm feeling down and out, it's because I feel bad about the way I look, and because I'm very self-conscious. And I know that, and when I was in my addiction, I wasn't self-conscious because I was skinny and I was out of my mind all the time. Healthy boundaries, being assertive, coping skills. I need more friends who are not toxic and get it. I love my therapist as well. He's amazing and truly helping me. Yeah, and listen, it's really difficult to make new friends. That's why, like, whenever I got sober and I started going to meetings and getting into therapy, I had to change everything. And I had some people that I really loved, but I had to let them go. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, not one single one of them is sober today. All the people that we used with in our active addiction, me and my husband, they are all still out there using. Some have even overdosed. Like, I know some, that have passed away. Some people that we used to run around with when we first got together. And only it's like 1 out of 30 people get sober, you guys. It's like a really, really small amount of people, because getting sober just isn't about stopping drugs and alcohol. It's so much work on our insides. Like, it is hard. It's like looking inside of me and realizing, wow, I got a lot of stuff going on inside my mind that I need to fix. I got a lot of stuff going inside of Nicole that needs to change. Because I thought it was crazy. Okay, so say yes. And you're fine. You can comment as many times as you want. It just, it makes me sad when I think about it, but I know that I have to stay on track, and I have to keep doing what I'm doing, because what my addiction wants me to do is, my addiction wants me to think that I can pull those other people up. But I can tell you this, they will pull you down like a drowning person in the sea. It never works. If you try to go out to sea and jump in without a life jacket and help somebody out, just like somebody that's in their active addiction, they will pull you down more times than you will ever be able to pull them up. And I've experienced that more times than I have not. I have always gone back out because I went to be with someone else. And so that's why now I know my ego knows that I can't help nobody but myself. And I can barely do that. Like, I'm doing good just to make my little videos and talk to you guys on here. Because addiction is real, you guys. And when I feel my strongest and when I'm feeling my best, that's when I need to practice more and more and more. Because that's when my ego is trying to sneak in and tell me, oh, you got this, girl. You can handle it. You don't need any help. That's when I need the most help. So, if you guys are interested in coming over, I have, like I said, I have a medically assisted treatment support group on Facebook. It's called MAT, in all capital letters, MAT support group. And it's got a picture of my eyes as the little screensaver thing in the background. And all you got to do is answer the questions. I think it's like, are you on MAT, and do you support multiple pathways to recovery? And then I'll add you into the group. And my name is Nicole DeMeo on Facebook, if you want to find me, DEMEO. But I'll be back probably next week. We're going to be on vacation. I'm going to make a video. Y'all are going to go riding with us. We're going to show you. We're going to go to Branson, Missouri. We're going to go to Silver Dollar City. I'm going to tape it all, and y'all are going to get to see it. So there'll be some cool stuff up for that, and you'll get to see all the memories that we make, because this is our official first real vacation since we got sober. So that's vacation. What? My mind's blown. that's what happens. Good things happen whenever you start doing the next right thing and you stop living in your addiction and you start practicing good behaviors. I promise you that things will start coming together. It might not happen overnight and you might struggle. Like, this is my third year in recovery, and the first 2 years were rocky because the first year my son was in DHS custody, and the second year I was like really focusing on trying to like get my mental health in line. And then this year I feel like I've been focusing on my weight. So each year is like something new that I'm working on. But you guys, if I can do it and we can do it, you guys can do it too. So stay positive. Don't forget that. And I hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you guys next week, probably about the middle of the week. Have an amazing vacation. Heck yeah. See? So that's the thing. Like, all we have to do is just stay on track and never feel like you're alone, because we're not alone. And as long as we have each other to help each other stay sober, then we'll be all okay. So I'll talk to you guys later. Come and join my group over on Facebook. I think you'll really, really like it. I'll drop a link down in the comments. All right, guys. Bye.